After crawling through the stone caverns and the pit of endless despair, you guys finally arrive at the Black Dragon's lair. I know. I'm allowed to seduce the Wait, what do you mean you know? I came prepared. How did you know? As you look around, you realize this isn't your ordinary dragon's lair. Why isn't it ordinary? What does it look like? The dragon's hoard is not gold, jewels, or weapons. It's leather. Why would it be hoarding leather? Still want to seduce the dragon? Yes, I must. My pride is on the line. Roll d20. It's a 20. I know. The rest of the party is kicked out and you're left alone with the dragon. What happened? Roll Constitution. Why are you doing this? This is for seducing the big bad evil guy, you thought!
Play this game with your D&D party. Who's most likely to roll a natural 1? Everybody was most likely to roll a natural 20. Most likely to cause problems on accident. Most likely to cause problems on purpose. Most likely to help the townspeople. Who's the most innocent though? Least innocent. Who's the least innocent? Most likely to fuck up somebody else's life.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. So be wise and keep on reading the signs of my body.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm freaking out. One of my followers designed a daughter for Alma and Elwyn. Her name is Evergreen, and she's a bard. They're even making this adorable little doll of her. I asked them to do an art trade, and here's my part. This is Alma and Elwyn's other child, Cal. Cal's a woodworker, and he liked to carve little toys for his little sister growing up. His favorite were the birds. He loved carving the feathers.
And now it's time for even more things in the player's handbook that just don't make sense.
Do you want to kick some ass, but not actually touch the ass?
Well, take 12 levels of fighter, 4 levels of sorcerer, and 4 levels of warlock. Fight with a longbow. Take the sharpshooter feat. Sharpshooter lets you subtract 5 from your attack roll and add 10 to your damage. You want the quicken to spell sorcerer ability. You want the agonizing blast eldritch invocation, which adds damage to your eldritch blast, as well as devil's sight, which allows you to see in magical darkness. So basically, you can camp out in magical darkness and fire 3 arrows, adding 10 to each damage roll because you have advantage. Then shoot off 4 eldritch blasts with advantage. Then take an action surge and fire off 3 more arrows with advantage, plus 10 damage. That's like 100 points without even counting the dice.
We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. But every sun doesn't rise. And no one tells you where you went wrong.
More things in the player's handbook that just don't make sense. Generally speaking, D&D is not a one-person game. Let me show you how it can be. Roll yourself up a level 17 wizard. Make sure that wizard has Simulacrum and Wish prepared. Now there's a little bit of a financial investment that you have to make with the first casting of Simulacrum. But after that, this is basically free. Use Simulacrum and make a copy of yourself. Have that copy use Wish to duplicate the spell Simulacrum for no cost at all on you, making another copy. Then have that copy do the same thing. Then have that copy make another copy. And that copy can make another copy. And that copy can make another copy. Do you see where I'm going? Infinite wizard army.
Girlie thought I fold up like a book, but I'm a Kindle. Haha. How come all this conversation? Me. How come all your ladies, they want me. 1 2 3 3 7. I'm a lead.
Things in the player's handbook that just don't make sense. The primary purpose of Constitution is that it determines your hit points. Every time you level up, you get to add your Constitution modifier to your hit points. If your Constitution is below 10, then whenever you level up, you don't add hit points, you subtract them. If you're a wizard with a Constitution of 7, and when you level up, you roll your d6 and you get a 1, That means that you have to subtract a hit point from your hit point maximum. You actually get wimpier.
Shouldn't wanna die, yeah. When you shouldn't wanna die, yeah. No, I'm not a riot. I'ma start a riot. I'm so fucking tired. So what's up? What you say?
Hit the strip out of school, couldn't wait till I got out of class. Used to stare at the clock and shit. Before all this rap shit, I was gang banging and doing half beats on the cops and shit. And I'm straight from the shop, but I ball like a king up in Cali and shoot like Stojakovic. Keep applying that pressure, I go on the run. It ain't no letting up, ain't no stopping it.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Where are we? What do I? Is he there? If I lean out, is he gonna be there? Oh shit!
I hope this campaign never ends with the stakes higher than a 10. Our DM started and probably the roleplay's really fun. It's my turn in initiative and all the time because
Even more things in that player's handbook that just don't make sense. I looked through all of your suggestions of Munchkin builds and exploits, and I picked my favorite 3. This is video 1 of 3 that I'm going to release all around the same time. Please watch them all, and I guess the one that has the most engagement will be the winner, and that person will get my player's handbook. So this bit of nonsense actually came from my friend Vexed Forest. And I learned that a druid retains all of its racial traits when it wild shapes. This includes the Dragonborn's breath weapon. So you could have a squirrel with a 15-foot cone of fire, or like a little turtle that shoots lightning out of its mouth. Or you could turn into a giant eagle and just blast everybody below you with a cone of ice. According to Jeremy Crawford, all you need is the ability to exhale. An octopus exhales through its siphon. Does that mean it could rocket into the air?
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left behind.
You just lost a lot of progress. Oh no, this is worse than I thought. I know! I know it is! No! I will break you into pieces. No!
Tears in my eyes.
The man I know. So you're a tough guy, like a really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so buff guy. I'm the bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend bad type, might seduce your dad type. She gonna teach me how to swim.
Rolling to see the type of DM I'll be today. Oh! Alright.
I just wanna roll. I've been locked inside for long enough. Even all my groups are all filled up, waiting. I'm going through withdrawals. My character sheets are stacking up. If I can't find a group, I'll suck it up and heed the call. I'll make a town and start my own world building. In my campaign, I'll be the king. I won't fear failing anymore. I said, ooh, I'll hold until it's light. No, I can't sleep, these NPCs are too much. I said, ooh, this puzzle isn't right. They'll never see through the BBEG's plot.
I'm sorry. What did I tell you not to do?
Catch
feelings. What happens when you catch feelings?
Your heart breaks.
Your heart breaks. Why did your heart break? Because you copied.
There is one rule in D&D, okay? One. It is do not piss off your DM. You know who's the DM of this current campaign that I'm in? Me. And guess what my players did? They pissed me off. So, you know, they were supposed to have one more battle before they fought the dragon, you know, and then ended the campaign. That's not happening anymore. They're just going straight to the dragon now, and I'm not even going to give them the young white dragon that they're supposed to be fighting, because they already proved to me that they're already big and powerful enough to fight that. So you know what? We're pulling out the high stakes. We're pulling out the big guns. We're playing with the ancient white dragon. I'm not lowering any of its hit points or AC, and they're going to all die, and I am okay with that. Maybe I'm a psychopath. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just a pissed off DM. But you know what? You don't piss off your DM in D&D. And you know what? It's gonna die.
I'm taking a nap!
You want to take a nap?
I'm taking a nap here.
Okay, take a nap right there then. Good night.
Good night.
D&D homebrew item, the Eldritch Potion. This is a rare magic potion. Consumption of this potion allows whoever drank it to cast Eldritch Blast at 5th level as a bonus action for the next hour. When the ability ends, the player must make a DC 15 con saving throw or have a sudden craving for more potions of these sorts. On a failed save, the player then consumes the next Eldritch Potion they come in contact with. If a player drinks 3 Eldritch Potions over any period of time, they are greeted by a random patron of the DM's choosing the next time they level up. The player then must make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the player cannot resist the temptation and takes a level in Warlock. This is just one of the many homebrew items I'm putting in my D&D adventure book that I'm writing. If you want to stay updated on the book and get some really cool magic items, make sure you follow my TikTok channel.
Hi there. Remember that time you showed me love and affection? Oop, I'm here to stay now. I got feelings. That's how it works. You showed me human kindness. Something I'm not used to, but hey, you did it. You fucked up. I'm your problem now. Ha ha ha!
New D&D Dice Challenge. Take all of your D20s and lay them out on the table. Now show us just the dice that were gifted to you, ones you gifted to yourself, your metal dice, really big or really little dice, and your newest.
Believe me when I tell you that I never wanna see you again. And please can you stop calling, cause it's getting really boring.
You know those D&D backstories that go a little bit something like this? My name is Tack, and at a young age, I was put up for adoption. I've never met my parents, and I've lived off the streets for almost 20 years. Yeah, those backstories. I know they're kind of overdone and overused a lot by players, but I, as a DM, personally love them. I love them because from a DM standpoint, you're basically telling me, yeah man, take my entire backstory with my family and parents and do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. Alright, Tack, you look inside the crystal ball, and you have a flashback to the day you were born. Actually, you were stillborn, dead on arrival. Your parents, however, made a deal with the cult of Vecna to bring you back to life. Part of this deal was your parents joined the cult of Vecna, and when you become of age of an adult, you also are forced to join the cult of Vecna. However, your parents put you up for adoption in hopes that they would never find you and you wouldn't be forced to join this cult. But bad news, bud, the cult's been tracking you ever since you were a baby. That's why all this death and destruction goes everywhere you go. Have fun dealing with the cult because it's all your fault.
You had to choose between SpongeBob and all the money I have in my pocket. Which would you take?
That depends. How much money are we talking about?
Mr. Krabs!
62 cents.
I'll take the money.
Mr. Krabs!
Y'all have been asking about Alma and Alwyn's Reserve. And more specifically, all the magical creatures who live there. So I thought I'd show off a few. This is Megan, Benjamin, and Todd. The Dragon Gang normally follows Alma around. And Todd is the one she's soulbounded to. Megan's a bit of a klutz, but has a big heart. Benjamin's super snooty and has high tastes. And Todd is just stoic and intimidating, but is secretly a big softie for the rest of the gang. And Alma's woven them all scarves.
And now for some additional things in the player's handbook that just don't make sense. So the root of this one doesn't actually come from the player's handbook, it comes from Xanathar's guide, and it is the spell Sickening Radiance. Sickening Radiance has a 30-foot radius, and basically, anybody who moves into that space or starts their turn in that space has to make a Constitution save or take 4d10 radiant damage and a level of exhaustion for every round that they spend in it. Have your Sorcerer cast it and heighten the spell so everyone gets disadvantage on the save. Have your Druid cast Spike Growth in the area, and then have the Ranger cast Plant Growth in the same area. This will slow the enemy combatants significantly and also cause them to take damage. After 4 rounds of this, all of the enemy's hit point maximums are halved. If you have your Wizard cast Slow on top of all of that, oof. If anybody actually reaches the edge, just have your Barbarian run over and shove them back in. Total kill in 6 rounds. You're welcome.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad!
I'm not gonna do it. So you don't want to seduce the dragon? No, I want to seduce the dragon, I'm just not gonna roleplay it. Oh, no. We're far too late for that. I don't see what the problem is. You're right, you don't see the problem. You've seduced literally everything in your path, and now when I ask you to roleplay it, you chicken out. These are my friends. They're my friends too. But I'm not afraid to get dirty. What about my dignity? You lost that a long time ago, boy!